Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is me, Boss Canuck. It's December 12th, 2016. I'm out here with my dog. There he is over there running. Conan! Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Oh, good. Okay, go on, son. We're out near the 401 in London, Ontario. 7 p.m. We're out behind the jail. It just snowed. We got 6 inches of fresh snow yesterday yesterday. So, I am going to do a market commentary. That's what I want to do today. That's what I want to talk about today. The stock market is something that I've been involved in this year. Well, I've been involved in it for about 15 or 16 years actively, but this year I've been able to concentrate on it, especially in the second half of the year, a little more than usual because my mom passed away in May. She was 92 and she needed a lot of help. She wasn't the healthiest person out there, and she had arthritis, she was deaf, and she was starting to get dementia, and I was with her every day for the last year anyway, and she's been gone since May. It's December now, so I've had a lot of time to grieve about that. I think I have. It's a strange grieving process when you've been someone's caregiver for so long. And then all of a sudden you have all this free time. That person passes away and you have all this free time. And you are free to do whatever you want to do. You've got all this time in the world, which is no more time than anybody else's. But you've got all the time in the world. For a couple times I felt guilty about it, but I shouldn't. My mom was 92 years old. So she was really had a great life. And the point is about that. Conan, come on. And so the point is, I've got more time. Sorry, I've got more time on my hands. So I'm able to concentrate on the stock market more than I ever was before. And I have been able to, my style of trading is kind of like a fisherman, a fisherman who walks to a river, but he only goes to the best spots he knows of where he's caught lots of great big fish before. He only goes to those best spots, and that's what I do with the stock market. I only look at the things that I have made money on prolifically in the past, and that is commodities and indexes. I'm not so crazy about stocks. Every once in a while I'll buy a stock if I think it's got a great future, but not really. As far as paying the bills go, I just focus on things like indexes and that type of thing. I can explain more what that is. So first of all, the Dow Jones, Donald Trump, president-elect, now on December 12th, Donald Trump won the election, and the stock market exploded to the upside in a very good way, and it's been very, very profitable for me and for anybody else who was able to partake in that activity because it was a real screwed up. The predictions for the stock market were that it was generally accepted that the stock market would fall 5 to 10% if Donald Trump was elected. And on the contrary, the market has risen, I don't even know how much, since November 9th. I don't even know. I don't know how much. The S&P 500. But it's risen quite a bit. I mean, I've made percentage points. I've made quite a few since November 9th. And that'll be an interesting, I'll do that for another vlog. Is what this is, a vlog, video log. So I'll do that for another, session or whatever it's called. And find out exactly the percentage gain that I've made since November 9th. The stock markets in general are up around the world a good 5 to 10% since then. And the American stock markets are up, Europe, Asia, South America, emerging markets are up. Bonds are down like crazy. The US dollar is up like crazy. People all of a sudden believe in Donald Trump. Goldman Sachs, the biggest broker in the world, said, if Donald Trump, this was 2 days before the election, if Donald Trump gets elected, then we can expect to see 5 to 10% drop in the S&P 500. And they were wrong. It was either bullshit or they were wrong. I'm not going to waste my time trying to decide which it was. The fact is, I got in on the Friday before the election thinking that Hillary Clinton was going to win because all the polls said so. They said she was going to win by 85% odds. So I started buying in for her. Even though she was being investigated by the FBI, announced the prior week, even though she was being investigated, I bought a 25% position. And when I buy a position, I go big. And I bought a 25% position. It's just a starter. And just before the market closed on the Friday. And then on the Sunday, the FBI exonerated Hillary Clinton. They said everything is fine. We're no longer investigating her. And the futures for the S&P 500 just bounced like crazy. They didn't explode, but they went up big time. So good one. So I thought that was positive. Good. Hillary's going to win the election, and my investment's going to do great. So Monday morning comes along, I buy more. I'm up to maybe, I usually buy in a good position like that, probably 5 times. I'll buy 1/5 of my position the first time, and then if it keeps working and it crosses a few, predetermined metrics, then I will buy more. And I did that on Monday morning, but I didn't buy on Tuesday waiting for the election. I thought, okay, that's fine. That's good, right? Trump might win, and then I'll lose money if he wins. So by midnight, the night of the election, Donald Trump is winning. He's winning. And I am going to make money. He's winning, and first of all, the futures for the next morning, they dropped like crazy. They dropped like 1,000 points on the Dow. That's like a 5% drop because Donald Trump was expected to win. And I went to bed thinking, oh no, I'm going to have to mitigate this damage tomorrow. And so I woke up in the morning and the futures had corrected themselves so much to the point where the market opened flat. the market opened flat. And what I did was I fucking celebrated and I loaded up. I bought up to about 80% of my position, and no, I finished it. I bought total. I loaded right up, and the market hasn't stopped going up since. It's December 12th. It got ahead of itself there around the 1st of December, and I sold 1/5 of my position in both accounts, and it went down a bit, but I bought it back in. And now it's gone up even more, so I'm doing very well. My large account is up today it's up 55%. And that's no fibbing. Can be verified, TD Waterhouse, Canada. I can produce the gains if anyone wants to see them. And my other account that was used in a real estate venture in the summertime hasn't done much, but in the last month it's done about 20%. So I'm mostly invested in natural gas and the S&P 500, 80% S&P 500 right now, and about 10% natural gas short at the moment, December 12th, 2016. That's a 10-minute mark. I have to go. I will try and organize these video sessions better in the future, and talk a little bit more about the stock market and about life in general. This is Boss Canuck saying, have an excellent week.